I'm a little surprised by the lecture that we just got and curious where the authority is for that, but I'm not going to challenge it. It is what it is, and it's over. But I'm sure most of you know that the Senate Democratic Caucus has recently traveled the state to talk to residents of Michigan about the governor's proposed budget and tax proposal. However, for me, it wasn't so much as talking as it was about listening. I listened to a man from Grand Rapids tell me about how strong a Republican supporter he was. He even voted for Governor Snyder, but isn't sure how he's going to pay his bills with the proposed pension tax. He'd retired a couple years ago with after much thoughtful planning to the penny on his and his wife's retirement. And now that thoughtful planning is in flux as they struggle to balance their daily costs of food, prescriptions, and utility bills. I listened to the young mother from East Lansing, who in tears shared her concerns about the level of education for her children and the steady reduction of dollars that their school will receive. First, Governor Snyder proposed taking $895 million out of the school aid fund to pay for a business tax break, and now it is exacerbated perpetually by $500 million as a result of the tax changes that you just adopted. $597 million next year and $530 million the year after. During the past 5 months, I've listened carefully to what leaders in our state are proposing. I've heard phrases like simple, fair, and efficient, and no gimmicks, games, or one-time fixes. So you can imagine how surprised I was to see that this proposed tax reform is anything but. The proposed business tax is inherently a gimmick because as a lawyer, I can tell you that there are many corporations that will change from C Corp to LLC and change their corporate form to avoid this new tax, ensuring that the pot of money will diminish over time. I listened to you, Mr. President, in committee explain how each component of this was fair, simple, and efficient. But this Republican pension tax is neither simple, with its 3 tiers,
Members, if we could please have your attention. Senator Whitmer continues. Senator, please continue.
The Republican pension tax is neither simple, with its 3 tiers, nor fair, as you are targeting one group of seniors to favor business. I ask, is it fair to give Chrysler an inherent advantage over the business tax over at GM and Ford, 2 Michigan-based companies? Finally, I listened when you said the old business tax picked winners and losers, but your tax would not. Well, that's not true. In law school, you learn a phrase called res ipsa loquitur. It means the thing, it speaks for itself. If you look at this legislation package, it's $1.8 billion break for business, paid for by cuts to our schools, pension taxes, and eliminating the earned income tax credit on working families in the state of Michigan. You've chosen winners and losers. Your winners are business, and the losers are our working families, our retirees, and our kids. With this vote, you value business tax over local schools. With this vote, you're valuing business bottom lines over families who are struggling to make ends meet. And you're valuing a business tax cut over our seniors. You can lie to yourself, but don't lie to me. Don't lie to the people of our state. Don't sugarcoat this to your constituents. When they ask you to explain your vote, be honest with them. Tell them you voted to increase taxes on individuals in order to support tax cuts for business, without any guarantee that it will create one job. Thank you, Mr. President. I ask that my comments be printed in the Journal as my no vote explanation.